Hey, how's it going, guys? It's BTMM Signals back with another banger. Happy Sunday, guys. Stay blessed up for the Lord, the Father, Savior. Um, so this week we have USDJPY. I told you guys I was going to put out two to three videos. I'm just going to do two videos for this week, and this was a kind of a this is another W formation, but it's a different style type of setup. So as you can see here, like a lot of times, like when I'll be trading, it'll kind of like form like this type of W, where it's just like this first leg, second leg, and then like it goes right out of the stop on box. This one was below the stop on box, but the formula, like which I don't usually take a whole lot, but if the formulation is still there, like the formulated setup, I should say, I will take it, and especially if it's gonna break the EMA. So as we look here, TDI is very gassed out. It is very gassed out. That means that there's too much selling activity going on. And you guys obviously know when there's a lot of sellers in the market, that means there has to be buyers as well because people are losing money, right? So obviously, when this trade goes in profit for a lot of buyers, there's still people that are selling like right here that are getting absolutely like that's how you got to understand it. So when we see this TDI is gassed out and it's just continually selling, it's because so many people are they're buying. They're like because like it's already fell like 70 pips. So they're like, oh, like dude, we gotta buy because it's gonna come up. It's gonna come up, and that's where people. It's all about predicting the market with high probability. So you have like the first leg here. And you have a cross, which like a lot of people would take, and the reason that you can't do that is we don't take on a one leg cross because look what happens here. It drops 50 pips and you were completely out. But then you would have ended up getting the move right. Like if you took this and you were probably smart enough, like they say smart money, whatever. I don't like using that term in general. Just if you make a very educated stop loss, you bought in here, your stop loss would probably be somewhere targeted towards like I would say somewhere in this low, which in most cases I think a lot of people would go for a wick, but that's a huge stop. That's a very big stop loss. So um, personally, that's why I wouldn't buy in there because I've learned so much through trading that I would get trapped into plays like this. And it's actually just like crazy that we're talking about that because these are like this is a type of setup I would take back in the day. I would like place like here, and maybe I'd go for like you know right in this middle of this range, 40 up to maybe 60 pips on that EMA. And a lot of times what would happen is like you'd look for stop loss, maybe you'd place maybe like this wick or something, you know what I mean, like where it's gonna stop you out. But I learned like how to like not get in this trade. Like if you literally highlighted just this first leg, this is what you avoid, and this is what you want is the second part when it does take the medium equilibrium. Because what's happening here is when this wick's completely down, first of all, this is bouncing off a huge AMA, which is big support time. This is going like let's say 75 pips, guys, right? So use 75 pips, 300 value, 300 value, it's 600. You have 150, you left 75, so 375 down to the equilibrium. So if we actually go from that wick to here, 375 is let's say 14600, right? So the reason why I'm gonna tally that and mark that up, get in the flow mode here, is let's just say there I can't see it. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, perfect. The reason why this is a lot of times I would take like this trade in the past, or like even retail, like an average retail trader will take this, excuse me, on a cross because it's a good formation and it's crossing, and that's showing momentum in the momentum market shift. But I used to like take those like not all the time, but here and there, and I would get trapped in that. But now I've learned to not take that trade and not get trapped into there. And which is so important is because this is a first leg, this is a second leg, right? You have to be patient in this market to execute flawlessly without mistakes. Because if you make mistakes, that's how the market takes advantage of you. It's how it takes your money. So this is important when we draw it from the bottom wick to the top wick because now it gives us the equilibrium. It's right here. This price point, this is equilibrium. this is where the market's going to reject. And as we draw that, look at how accurate it is. It literally, like, this candle like perfectly prints right here, and then this candle wicks here, it touches here, and this candle almost just about touches it. But that's not where we'd get in the trade. And like a lot of people, they'd probably, they might like buy in like right here, like right when it's like breaking like out of here. I'm not taking this candle. I'm not taking this. I'm not taking this. I'm going to be patient. And I've learned to wait until this breaks completely out of the EMA until we show support above. Because especially if it's a support above and a close, if let's say you took it on this candle, I personally wouldn't take it on that candle because that is a very, like, look at that candle. It's a very wicked candle. I want something that's more full like this one that's above. So you take here, now you're getting 7-8 pips drawdown, and your take profit is the EMA. It's 40 pips. It's, take a little bit off, 36 to 40 pips, man, and you're done in, what was that? 15, 30, 45, an hour, and you got 30, 40 pips. Dude, you're chilling. You're big J chilling. Like, I don't know. It's just like so funny to me because like every time I love trading, man. It's like a piece of art. Like you put you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, and as simple as that sounds, it's not because the market's also complicated at the same time. But as you guys, you'll trade more and more. You'll teach yourself things based on your own psychology, if that makes sense. So this is the trade, yeah. So I didn't make a call in my signals chat, and yeah, we smashed like 30 plus pips, and it wasn't even an hour. I think I got it in like 45 minutes. Maybe it was like 47 minutes. So yeah, I hope you guys like enjoyed this trade setup, and I kind of went like more in depth on some of the, I guess you'd just say, word phrases in trading. And stay tuned for the next week. We'll be dropping another banger. Stay blessed up, stay prayed up. Enjoy your lovely Sunday, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace. I'm out.